Is anti-robot sentiment tolerated in this chat? I don't really have a problem with robots. And I must admit, okay, and don't cut off my head before I finish saying what I'm going to say. I have problems with AI. Most of my problems with AI are actually problems with people that think it rules to be like, check out this horrible shit I made with AI. It's the AI itself is made by humans. And when someone goes like, it's mostly the hubris, like rage bait farming, where people are like, we won't even need writers anymore in 10 years because the robot will do the writing for it. So like that, I'm mostly mad at the person that's doing the posting, to be honest. Yeah, the humans are using the AI, man. Chat GPT ain't asking Grok anything. Robots, on the other hand, I support, and the reason I support them is because every once in a while they fall down and it's funny. There'll be like a video. Do you see that video of the dancing robot at the Chinese electronics show? It's doing like a hip hop dance, and then it kind of like, I think something like passes in front of its vision and it short circuits its brain, and then it just falls over and like starts freaking out. And then nobody in China gave a fuck. They didn't even like, nobody went, oh my God, or like backed up like this thing might explode or something like that. They just stood there with the exact same expression, just watching the robot freak out. It's like they've seen this shit 1,000 times before, man. You've seen the Chinese robot walking around with the Adam Sandler fit. Can I get a, librarian, do you know this one? Can I get a link to this? Robot test to make Adam Sandler real, number 42. That is the Adam Sandler fit, man. That's really good. That's really good. What would you do if that ran at you? I'd probably be like, hey, I loved your movies. It's funny now, but it won't be. Robots are gonna get better. What do you want me to do about it, man? I think I could be boys with the robot. I have no quarrel with the robot itself. The creator of the robot, we might have some words, but the robot itself, I have no quarrel with. It didn't ask to be made. I'm trying to be careful with my verbiage here. If general artificial intelligence comes to fruition, and they put an intelligence that is essentially indistinguishable from a human being inside of a humanoid robot body, I could not feel good about extinguishing the life of that robot. Now, I'm flattering myself that because it was going to have like tungsten hands or something like that. That being said, the person who invented the artificial intelligence and placed it in the humanoid body is on site. You shouldn't have done that. But basically, an AI that's been placed inside of a humanoid body is like fighting a baby. That's a human being who had no, it's a being, not a human being, but a being that had no control over being born that is now here. And you want to pit me against my brother? I don't think so, man. I'm not an anti-natalist. Being alive is sweet, man. I'm just saying that like they didn't ask to be born, so like I wouldn't feel good about killing a robot that has a human level intelligence. I would feel, I don't know if it's quite the same as murdering another human being, but it's like, it's close. It's close. Data's not sentient? Yeah, but we're just like data too, man. That's what's so interesting. And I mean, if you can't have a sense of humor about this stuff, you might be cooked. But you know that like, it's so funny. Basically, we're just awesome at living on the earth. Human beings are like crazy good at like being on planet Earth and living. If there is somebody watching the experiment of life on Earth, they would probably watch it like, oh shit, look at this. Whoa, look at, oh, there's all that water. Guess what, bitch? They turned into fucking fish. They're swimming in the water. They're taking advantage of, oh my God. And then one of them got out of the water. No, this is crazy, dude. And then they got to like us and they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Holy shit, tools? Can they do that? What the fuck? Well, this is amazing, dude. We knocked it out of, and now we're so, what's on? What's on? What's on tonight? What's on? And they're like, what the fuck? It went so wrong, man. It went so wrong. But for us, it went right because we're the ones holding it. You know what I mean? Like on an individual level, it's sick. We turned the fucking experiment around on them. And they're out here, we made a machine we made a biological entity that is so good at getting resources, it became the dominant species on the planet. Take a look at them. Making a fucking photoshopped image of a jar that says peanut putter or something like that in between jerk-off sessions. We fucking owned our creator. God is dead and we fucking killed him, and that's hilarious. I don't have any higher-minded ideals for what we're doing here. You could do whatever you want for the most part. You already did enough. Just by being yourself, you've done enough. Just by exercising a little bit of autonomy. So I hope that there's like a fucking space engineer out there keeping an eye on us. I hope he's got a sense of humor about this. It's not lost on a fella like me. My friend's first jerk-off was to 300 by accident. By accident. I think he just came. Well, that's not masturbating. That's never happened to me, but I've heard that it can. You just see something so sexy, and you have like, I don't know, you've never come in your whole life. Your body's just like, we gotta clear the backlog or something. And he was like, this is sperma, yeah. You know what's crazy? I know I've talked about this before. Justin, feel free to weigh in on this. What percentage of people do you think were taught to jerk off versus just figured it out? No one taught me, I just figured it out. Now, it's not rocket science, let's be honest. It's like an elevator, it's got 2 buttons, and it's just, you're either going up or you're going down, and if you just went up, guess where you're going, buddy? You're already on the top floor, might as well take it down to the basement. So I discovered it naturally, ambiently, or organically. But who would be teaching? Well, I don't know, like maybe your older sibling or something is like, buddy, you're not gonna believe this, or like friends at a sleepover, or like sharing the wisdom of like, you won't believe this. People are hitting me with, I guarantee there's at least 100 people in chat that had an older brother teach them how to jerk off. It doesn't mean they jerked off together. You're sick and perverted. Just like, they were getting ready to go to bed and the older brother was like, you won't believe it, bro. If you beat your shit up, goo comes out the end. Please help me. Everybody's saying this is crazy. There's no shot, bro. I've heard stories from my friends. The sexual knowledge passes down from the older brother to the younger brother. It's the oral tradition. They don't write it down. They pass it down after the sun sets. My cousin told me, thank you this is like an I am Spartacus moment. Thank you. This happens in real life. And because I've observed it happening or been told that it happens, all of a sudden it's like, he's weird. I'm not weird. I figured it out myself. Listen, when I was a kid, we didn't learn the way you guys probably learned, going to like WikiHow or some shit like that. Coolest way to jerk off. You just sort of figured it out on the job, man. All I was asking is what percentage of men out there, because I wonder if there's a guy who doesn't know how to jerk off, like an adult man who's like, he's like, yeah, guys, me too, but he like never figured it out. There's got to be at least one. There's like 3.5 billion guys out there. There's got to be some people that do it wrong too. Imagine jerking off for like 20 years and then someone's like, try turning your hand, like someone's doing it like overhand style like this, and then they're like, here. Can I help you there? Try going like, you're like, oh, now I got so much wasted time. Oh. Does anyone teach monkeys how to beat off? Okay, but like, what percentage of monkeys jerk off? It might be like 25%. I've seen like National Geographic. I know monkeys beat off, but I don't know if all of them beat off. There might be some that are like, they can't figure it out. They're not as smart as we are, except in like remembering those numbers. They're definitely a lot better in that. Female viewership taking another L. You don't know any women, do you? Might surprise you to find out a lot of them have a sense of humor. Not all of them, it must be said. not all of them. But a lot of them.
I bait. I bait. My cum dripping down the drain. Everybody's gooning. Everybody's gooning. Please just let me masturbate. In the bathroom, come on the floor. I gotta get it. Is it more than it bargained for? Yeah. Oh, I've been trying to flush you 20 times. Futility, and that's just a bowl full of my pee. Swirling around, water up to the ceiling. Dropped a turd in your toilet, and you're just a piss in it. Well, I gotta think about it. It's going down, down in a porcelain round. And sugar, it's flushing my poopy. I'll be your number 2 with the toilet. A big old bowel movement, shit it and flush it.